Hi, and welcome back. TV shows are one of the best ways to escape reality and enter into a world of suspense, drama, and mystery.
What's for dinner?
We warned you.
About the greeting? You were kidding.
We hate it. How many reasons did we come up with?
8.
Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Milchek.
Mark, could I have a word?
The best thriller TV shows provide non-stop action that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Here are the best thriller TV shows to watch in 2022. Number 10. The Suspect. Since Dr. Joe O'Loughlin appears to have an ideal life, he has attracted a dedicated wife, a loving daughter, a thriving career as a psychoanalyst, a media profile, and a lucrative publishing deal. Even online, he's regarded as a hero after he saves a young patient who is about to jump from the 10th floor of a hospital where Joe works. When a young woman is found in a shallow grave at a West London cemetery by veterans De Vincent Ruiz and Dees Raya-Devi, the young partner has been charged with solving the crime. Has the person been murdered, or has the deceased committed suicide? As a successful author, Dr. Joe's insight is highly sought after. When he meets DSDV, then he is sure to be only too happy to offer assistance with profiling and his expertise. Joe, known for his risk-taking and rule-breaking, has more to hide. A recent diagnosis with a debilitating illness could explain his erratic behavior. The Suspect has a 6.3 rating in IMDb.
Rooftop hero or sick killer?
Why would someone want to set you up for murder?
Number 9. Wedding Season. Following the fictitious story of Katie, a superbly preserved bride who makes her wedding ceremony in time with the corpse of her new husband and every one of her family. Investigators Metz and Donahue are entrusted with the task of uncovering the homicide of Katie's new husband and all her family. Stefan's friends organize stag parties and engagement parties as they begin summer. Wedding Season has a 6.6 rating in IMDb and a 71% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
This
It's never gonna happen.
never gonna happen.
How can you be so sure of that?
Number 8. Pretty Little Liars. Original Sin. A small town called Millwood is home to a village where 20 years ago, a scandal unfolded that left a number of girls in jeopardy. Today, 20 years later, that same town is under threat from a local resident who intends to coerce these girls into paying not only for their own sins, but also for their parents' deficiencies that existed many years ago but were long concealed. Pretty Little Liars. Original Sin has a 7.0 rating in IMDb and a 70% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes. Number 7. American Gigolo. After spending 15 years behind bars for a crime he did not commit, Oscar-winning actor Julian Kaye regains his freedom, determined to reclaim his place in the Los Angeles entertainment industry. However, he is soon plunged into a personal identity crisis upon discovering the changes his occupation has undergone. In the meantime, he attempts to connect with his mom and with Michelle Stratton, his former lover with whom he was romantically involved before being sentenced to prison. Simultaneously, he also wishes to determine who was responsible for falsely accusing him, a conspiracy that also alerts Inspector Sunday, who will do whatever he can to undermine the operation. American Gigolo has a 7.5 rating in IMDb and an 80% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
And I get to be me.
Number 6. The Old Man. Having run the CIA in the past, Dan Chase absconded for many years, living off the grid. When the assassin arrives to take Dan Chase out, the older operative learns he must reconcile his past to ensure his future. The FBI director Harold Harper pays Chase a visit because of his complex history with Chase. Even when the authorities had expected Chase to be difficult to catch, an extremely skilled special operations contractor was dispatched to track him down as well. After he left, Chase rented a room from Zoe McDonald, who relied not only on funds she wasn't aware she had, but also on the knowledge she had never before used. The Old Man has a 7.8 rating in IMDb and a 78% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
They do defend me. All the best things I've done in my life have been in service of that.
Number 5. The Lincoln Lawyer. Mickey Haller, an iconoclastic idealist, runs his law practice out of the back seat of his Lincoln as he takes on cases big and small across the expansive city of Los Angeles. Sidelined after an accident for almost a year, Haller is back in the courtroom recovering from a drug addiction. When Hollywood lawyer Jerry Vincent is killed, Haller inherits his law company, including the defense of Trevor Elliott, a wealthy tech mogul accused of murdering his wife and her husband. But as Haller prepares for the trial that could launch him into stardom, he finds out that Vincent's murderer may be coming after him next. The Lincoln lawyer has a 7.6 rating in IMDb and a 85% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Even the best liars give themselves away.
People are dead. Maybe you and I are next.
Number 4. Slow Horses. The Slow House is a boarding house for former members of Her Majesty's government who have left one service file on a train, screwed up a surveillance, or have been resentful. They often live in the poor relations of society. The most glamorous individuals in this place are River Cartwright, who, as a substitute, spends her time at a telephone station transcribing mobile phone conversations. If a young man is abducted and his kidnappers threaten to garnish his head live on the internet, River sees an opportunity for redemption. But is he who he first appears to be? And what is the connection of the kidnappers with a disgraced journalist? As the clock ticks on the execution of the abduction, River discovers that everyone wants something from each other. Slow Horses has a 7.7 rating in IMDb and a 88% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
You really care about them, don't you?
No, I think they're a bunch of absolute losers. But they're my losers.
Number 3. From unravels the mystery of a miserable town in Middle America, anyone trapped there must adapt to the inconvenient conditions that cannot be changed. Their survival requirement consists of conquering the meanness of the surrounding forest, as well as the terrifying creatures that come out at dusk. From has a 7.6 rating in IMDb and a 85% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Get these people home, Sheriff.
Do everything I can.
Promise me.
Number 2. Reacher. United States Army veteran Jack Reacher, who has recently relocated to the city of Margrave, attempts to find out what happened to the unusual death of a stranger when he's arrested upon arrival in the city after being thought to have committed the crime. He puts all of his strength into attempting to prove his innocence and search for an answer to this conspiracy after this event. Reacher has an 8.1 rating in IMDb and a 91% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
Twist off. Show off.
Number 1. Severance. A corporate environment that strives to strike a balance between work and life has a new procedure that enables workers to separate their work and life experiences. The story follows businessman Mark Scout, who is the leader of a team at the mysterious Lumen Industries, whose employees have had to undergo the procedure. If Mark is caught up in a mystery, he'll begin to question whether or not what he's doing in the firm is moral. Severance has an 8.7 rating in IMDb and a 93% in audience score in Rotten Tomatoes.
What's happening? What is it we actually do here?
Do you like this video? Check others' videos here and subscribe to be notified about our most recent videos. See you next time. Goodbye.